Hello and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. We are using the OG party, Roby, Arnop, Zirkiam, and Archie in order to invade the Darkest Dungeon. This time I'm trying to get some more portraits because we want to upgrade our smith. That would be helpful. It's not the smith, it's the guild, sorry, to upgrade the skills. So we want to get the sweet level 5 and we only have a couple of portraits to do that. Next up will be then a smith, just so that we have everything maxed out. We got a nice little abomination trinket, which we already have, but you never know. I mean, maybe a second abomination comes along the way. In the background, I was building up some party here, just so we can use them in case there would be a need for them. I took all the level 2s that I could get, and yeah, we're slowly but surely waiting for a melee to approach. So that's what was happening in the background. Other than that, we are ready to start this endeavor. And we're going into the Weald. So might as well take one medical herbs and yeah, we should be good to go. Alright guys, let's go. The mission is a long mission and I think it was 90% exploration of the rooms. So let's hope for a good dungeon design. No, it is a absolute terrible dungeon design. Like one of the potential worst dungeon designs that ever existed in the history of dungeon designs. Let's try to stun everyone. They are unfortunately quite healthy, these little suckers. She's going to die next turn. Couldn't reach her, unfortunately. The artillery is going to die this turn. Yeah, confusion spores are really bad. Oh, we can't even heal from position 1. Well, that sucks. So I can already say being shuffled is very bad for this party. We have a lot of advantages as a party. Finding back our position is certainly not one of them. Very slow in adjusting. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was good, but we also know that we don't want to be shuffled again. So, Ancient Coffin, Heirloom, Positive Quirk, Wield, or nothing happens. I think we're going to go for it. I don't want another room battle just for one explored room, so we're going to skip this. So far we're doing fine on the stress level. We started with a higher stress level than we currently have. Let's see if we can stun this big guy. Perfect. I don't want the spores again. I hate them. He has 110% stun resist. That's too much. We are not even going to try. Nice. Very solid critical strike. Well, fuck you. That was also a very solid critical strike. And that was a very solid critical heal. Because, yeah, fuck you. Unfortunately, the guys in this dungeon are relatively blight resist. So I guess one of the themes we're going to see is that enemies are just going to resist us. Lesson learned for me, Plague Doctor doesn't necessarily go super well in this dungeon. Why would they constantly investigate? You fools! I need to heal all of that afterwards. Damned disease once again.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Yeah, the encounters themselves are pretty straightforward and easy. Maybe with the exception of the tree trunk.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Successively, we are trading everything for just more loot. I think we can rest soon. Actually, we don't really need to. I would just rest to get the inventory cleaned up. And that doesn't really feel like a good reason to rest. This guy is going to die next turn. Unfortunately, Howl as a stress attack doesn't really trigger the riposte. Would be pretty nice if it would. Because then this guy would always get damaged whenever he starts this howling process. %60 stun chance, of course, resisted.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
So this guy is dead. Let's heal up just a little bit more. And I think we should be fine. Yeah, we do not have any means of cleaning the tree trunks anymore. We've traded everything away for loot. And as it stands, there is even more loot here in the treasure room upcoming. Good, easy enough encounter. Damn. We are running out of space.
But a victory nonetheless.
We should have an upgrade for more gold carrying capacity. Yeah, so we will need to fight 2 fights in the hallway. Effectively, what we're trying to do is getting all of the rooms so that we get the 90% as fast as possible. And these fights here on the fights in the hallway seem to be easier. Probably we'll need to rest after this one.
Be gone, fiend.
Yeah, we very much need to rest after this one. Can't stun this guy again.
The wounds of war can be healed.
But we can reduce stress. Because I really don't want the Plague Doctor to freak out.
A singular strike.
We need Archie. We can't let him be mad.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. In radiance, may we find victory.
All right, there we go.
Size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Still need all of the stuff. Can't just give something away. But we can certainly sleep now and take a rest because we need to heal our stress damage.
Firelight, an uneasy companionship.
And this guy is probably the monster stress healer. There we go. Down to a very low amount of stress. Perfect. And yet another stress damage dealer. So let's stun this guy. Finally. He just killed himself. That's funny.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
All right, time for us to move all the way back. Just got another battle here. I'll let the light drop just a little bit. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's the right time to have the light up and running. Let's try to stun him again. Work like a charm. Perfect. Good old Collector. Coming around the corner, offering us some bonus loot. Thanks, Mr. Collector. We'll take your loot. Just need to make sure that we keep the really dangerous foe stunned, and everything else should be fine. The Collector just gets a beating, and I think next turn he's dead. Yeah, pretty sure he is.
As the ghoulish collection scatters, the rats prepare to feast.
So we got 3,500 gold for free. Super long way back. I think once we have done this part here, we might be already done with the whole dungeon. If we're unlucky, we need to continue. Yeah, I think we still need to do a couple of rooms. Long dungeons really mean long dungeons, specifically when the setup is bad. These guys deal almost no damage. They just have an immense amount of hit points. And unfortunately, on top of it, are super resistant against physical damage and blight. So everything that this group is can offer, they are resistant against it. That's, by the way, the disadvantage of the Blight Doctor. I like the class. It offers a lot, specifically the bleed removal, some interesting camping skills on top of it. Super good DPS, but once something is immune against Blight, you do have a difficult time. Oh, nice. Portraits. And deeds. Exactly what we would need. So I think we're going to get rid of the key because we already know there's no secret room. Everything has been scouted out. Take the portraits. We still need the deeds. Damn you. I don't want to do the rest of the dungeon as a dark run. So no, we're... Can't take it. There's one more obstacle here, which I think I'm going to remove right after we entered this room, just to get the inventory space cleaned out. Yeah, our Crusader is a pretty decent tank. No complaints there. Their artillery is just dead.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Oh gosh. These guys are so tanky, for the love of God. Why? You know what? Let's give them a bleeding wound. Overall, that's still better than just slaying them.
Precision and power.
That's 8 damage, and this guy's at 9. Of course, this guy's at 9. So we're almost done, I suppose.
Impressive.
Nice. Very solid hit. So with our stun, we're at, yeah, that's only a 20% chance. We have been scrambled, but not as bad as the last time.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I think the fountain was pretty good. Yeah, stress heal, which we don't need at the moment. Good, so from now on we don't have any torches anymore, which means the rest is going to be a pitch black night run.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Good, let's rest here. Freeze up our last inventory space. We prevent enemy ambushes. Self-buff. Does anyone in here have a disease? Very good. Disease is cured. Saved us some money. And through the resting, you guys can see that we got full light again. That's why I used it as well. We have 2 more inventory spaces and light. I suppose one more room and then we're through.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. Back to the pit. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Nice, we found a torch. And this should theoretically be it. Long, long dungeon.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive on Harry.
Got ourselves 25,000 trinket and 11 portraits, which is pretty good. Portraits are rare. And 18 scrolls. That's also pretty good. So this part here helped us with our city management because that's exactly what we needed. Eldritch Slayer, super good. Holy Hater, also not bad. Fragile Relief, not so good. And the Spasm, we need to get this off of Roby. Luckily for us, whenever they adventure and take a break, he can be healed. So, healed from diseases. I am going to prepare the next boss fight probably, and we see each other in a second.